How we doing, boys? At the boxing gym right now, which happens to have a podcast studio. Lucky enough, but in this video, as I catch my breath, I'm gonna be letting you guys know exactly how I got rich at 19, specifically the mindset I had to get rich at 19. It's the same mindset I use now, and it has served me greatly. And there's an irony to me being in the boxing gym while recording this video. And the reason is, it's 10:30, what is it? I don't know, it's midnight. I thought it was 10:30, but it's midnight, and I could be home watching movies. I could be home, I got a good amount of money. I could DoorDash some food, eat some ice cream, sit on my ass, just chill, right? What people do, just chill. But even though I've already trained today, like I already lifted earlier, even though I've already completed all my day's tasks that were on my to-do list, I was bored, right? I finished everything and I still had energy. That's the key thing. I still had energy. So what do? I come to the boxing gym. And this isn't gonna be one of those cringe videos where it's like me telling you like the Goggins mindset, oh my God, I'm at the gym, you're sleeping. Nah, it's not that. It's gonna be on a much deeper level. And the reason is because I can't sit still. Because if I have energy and I use that energy literally wasting time, objectively wasting time, watching a film that gives me no information, that gives me nothing, sitting on my ass, scrolling Instagram reels, genuinely wasting time, I wouldn't be able to sit with myself and I wouldn't be able to sleep peacefully at night. Because I would have so much guilt in my head telling me you could have done more, you could have spent these few hours doing this, you could have spent these few hours doing this. And because I have that voice in my head, because I get guilty of things like that, is exactly why I'm successful. And as soon as I started looking at time and looking at energy rather than, I have this list of tasks to do today, once I do this, I'm done. I started to look at it as, okay, I'm just gonna go until I'm tired. I'm gonna literally do life sets until failure, do things until failure. And once I started adopting that mindset, which isn't, the societal norm. The societal norm is you go to your 9 to 5, and after 5, your day's over. You go home, you walk your dog, you go home to your wife that hates you, and you watch Netflix, right? That's the societal norm. But as an entrepreneur, and as just someone who's trying to improve their life, right? Like I'm in the boxing gym right now. This doesn't help me make money specifically. But as an entrepreneur, the more effort you put in, the more things you do, the more money you are going to make. Like there's never a cap. Every single time you're not working, you're missing money. You're just delaying the amount of time it takes until you get to your goals. So you need to start doing things all day and never sitting still. And I'm not just talking about monk mode where you put a hoodie on, sit on your desk all day, and actually end up doing nothing except watching some motivational videos. I mean genuinely spending all of your waking hours with energy and doing things that will improve your life. And once I started doing this, everything changed. Like my friend, he was here staying with me a couple weeks ago, and it was 1 a.m. and I asked him, I was like, do I look like a lazy idiot? Like it was a joke, like I used other words, but I was like, do I look lazy? He's like, what? I was like, exactly, I don't. So I'm gonna go to the gym right now. It was 1 a.m. and normally people at 1 a.m. would, like I said, watch movies, but I still have energy. I have to do something. Andrew Tate said this quote. It's not even a quote. It doesn't even seem significant, but for some reason it really stuck with me. He was talking about when he was broke, and he said, when I was broke, if I had nothing to do, I would just go for a 3-mile run. And for some reason, that just really, really stuck with me, because that's kind of how I live my life. If my work tasks are done, I go to the gym a second or third time, because I have to do something that is overall improving my life. I have to show God that I'm working hard on something. Or if, I got a ton of work to do and it's late and, I'm kind of tired, I'm still going to finish that work. Like I'm always doing something, even if I'm at dinner, right? And, I'm waiting for my food. Instead of just sitting there scrolling on Instagram reels because I'm at dinner, I'm working on my phone. Like you always have to be doing things. And those little pockets of time add up extremely quickly, and it's going to help you compound success. Like for me, I went from 0 to a millionaire at 19 years old, or in 9 months at 19 years old. I left out the most important part. And the way I did that was by simply not wasting time, by always doing things. Because, you may think that 20 minutes while you're waiting for your food at a restaurant isn't a lot of time. Oh, it's 20 minutes. I don't need to work. You may think when it's 11 o'clock o'clock at night, you've got another 2 hours of energy. Like, you go to bed at like whatever, 2 a.m., right? 1:30 a.m. You got another 2 hours of energy. You're like, you know what? I've already done a lot today. Let me go sit on my ass and watch a movie. Let me do this. Let me do that. Well, those little pockets of time where you have that decision, 90% of you wants to chill and watch the movie. The other 10% of you is haunting you. Like, you know what? You could go to the gym right now. You could work harder. You could do this. You could do this. Every single time you give in to that 10% telling you to work harder, congratulations. You just got closer to your goal. You just beat everybody else. And when you view it like this, when you adopt this mindset, you realize that every single time you're doing something positive, you're just getting closer to your goal. The way I got rich, like I said, going from zero to literally making $150K in a month in 9 months was by doing things all of the time. If I'm awake, my eyes are open, I'm working. Because if you can zoom out and have some perspective, you realize that, excuse me, I'm still catching my breath. You realize that everything you do that isn't working out, that isn't gaining knowledge, that isn't making money is literally a waste of time. No, you can chill, you can say that's your peace, whatever, that's your enjoyable time, that's your chill time. But if you look back, like, think about what you did yesterday. You only remember the tasks you did, that movie you watched, that Netflix series you watched, that junk food you ate, it's gone. It was a waste of time, and you can never get that time back. And a lot of people talk about this. I saw Tony Robbins, ironically enough, talking about this today, actually. And he was saying that, you can never get that workout back. If you miss a workout, if you skip it, if you don't feel like going, that's fine, right? It's one gym session, who cares? But the trick is you can never get that back. So once you start having some perspective, zooming out and realizing that the only things that actually matter are things that improve your life, you're going to get addicted to the progress. You're going to want to spend all of your waking hours doing important things. And I promise you, once you do that, your life is going to change quicker than ever. Newton's second law. I don't know exactly how to word it because I'm not a scientist, but I know it's basically, an object isn't going to move unless something hits it. And then once it hits it, it's going to move, right? Something has to hit something for it to keep moving, right? So if you want your life to gain momentum, if you want to gain momentum as a person, if you want to go from zero to hero, zero to wherever you're trying to go, whether you want to get better in the gym, whether you want to build a business, whether you want to just improve yourself overall like I do, you need to take action. And every single equal and opposite force, right? Every single thing you do will have an equal and opposite reaction. So I genuinely believe every single time I go to the gym, I make more money. Every single time I'm working for 20 minutes waiting for my food at a restaurant, I'll make more money, because it's not just the fact about the 20 minutes I'm working. It's that I'm using that time as positive energy towards the universe and towards God, proving to the universe and proving to God, I am working hard. I am spending all of my energy going towards my goals, and that will come back to me. And once I've really adopted this mindset, the more I lean into it, the more great things happen into my life. So even though you may think, how am I going to make more money going to the gym? Well, from the actual physical standpoint, if you go to the gym more, you're going to have more energy, you're going to have a better body, so you're going to wake up and you're not going to feel lethargic, you're going to be healthier, so you can actually work harder on things that make money. But from an energy perspective, you're going to feel proud of yourself. What happens when you feel proud of yourself? You have confidence, you have better thoughts, and your thoughts lead to your reality. This is how the law of attraction and the universe works. So if you really go through it all day, if you're, like I did, if I worked all day and I go to the gym a second time just because I want to do something more, I'm going to go home and I'm going to feel great about myself, and I'm going to have positive thoughts. And every single positive thought I have is just upping my energy and allowing me to attract the life I want. So this is why every single time you do something, it is going to be a positive reinforcement in your life. Every single time you put energy towards something important, it will come back to you one way or another. So you need to start viewing time like this. Every single time you have downtime, at least make it somewhat productive. I'm not saying you can't chill. I'm not saying you can't sleep, all these things. But specifically, if you have energy, because I know this happens to you, you scroll on TikTok, you could be doing something else. You may not have a task at hand, but you still have energy, and you spend that energy scrolling on TikTok, watching a movie. Instead, go to the gym, go for a run, watch a podcast, do something positive, because every single time you do that, that's what the law of accumulation is. Everything counts is what the law of accumulation states, and I'm going to go with this because it basically sums up what I'm saying. Every time you watch TV, it counts in the negative. Every time you eat junk food, it counts in the negative. But vice versa, every single time you wake up early, every single time you have positive thoughts, every single time you work hard, it counts. So make sure everything is on the positive side of the ledger. Make sure everything is not negative. And if you do that 14 hours, 16 hours a day when you're awake, I promise you, you will get success in every area of your life quicker than ever before. So I hope you guys like this video. I just wanted to make this quick at the gym. I've had this on my mind all day, and I think it's really valuable and it can help you guys out. So I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to the channel to learn more, about everything I've learned going from 0 to millionaire at 19. If you want to learn specifically how to make money from me, I got rich with sports content. I have a community called Sports Creator Academy where we have over 60 guys that's very one-on-one killing it. Our best guy last year made $70K in a month. So I'm not going to rant about that, but there's a free 15-minute training below if you are serious about getting rich as a sports content creator like I did. Check it out, apply to work with me. But yeah guys, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.